It actually smells exactly like the mall. Hey, what's up? My name is Callista Mei. I'm a professional pastry chef, production supervisor for Magnolia Bakery Los Angeles, and host of web series 6 Sweet Under, Desserts to Die For, where I travel the country and find unique desserts and the people behind them. Today, I'm gonna be reviewing some store-bought cookie doughs. Let's go. When I'm looking for a really good cookie, I want it to be fudgy, chewy, maybe a little salt. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself because these are store-bought. The first cookie we're diving into is gonna be Pillsbury. You know Pillsbury, the cute little doughboy, you wanna poke his stomach. He's somehow always in your kitchen and it doesn't really make sense. It's little, you don't really see that many chocolate chips in it, and when I want a chocolate chip cookie, I want to see a lot of chocolate, make it look really chunky and inviting. Kind of really blonde too. A chocolate chip cookie with a little more darkness and color to it, I think to me, makes me think there's going to be more flavor. It kind of reminds me exactly of that perfect childhood store-bought cookie. And I think the nostalgia of that and the nostalgia of Pillsbury, that always warms my heart. I'm pleasantly surprised by this one. It's almost underbaked in the center, which I love. It's not too sweet. I could definitely see me smashing a good amount of these without noticing when I'm just watching TV. I think I would want the chocolate to be a little more pronounced and maybe a little darker because it is pretty sweet. Cookie number 2, Nestle Tollhouse, or sorry, I think I pronounced that wrong. I believe Phoebe Buffet pronounces it
Nestle Tollhouse.
It looks like a really good chocolate chip cookie. It's got more color than the first one, which I like. It's got visible chocolate chips, which of course you want to see in a chocolate chip cookie. When you break it open, nice texture, chewy. They loaded this up with chocolate, which is exactly what I'm looking for. It looks a little more homemade, so let's taste it. Flashbacks to childhood. One of my best friends and I, she would come over every Sunday, get a tube of this, eat it raw. This is really good. It kind of oddly tastes like Halloween chocolate in a good way. Really sweet, but chocolatey undertone. This is just such a good go-to chocolate chip cookie. Cookie number 3. This is gonna be Betty Crocker's chocolate chip oatmeal cookie. We got some oatmeal in here, so I guess that means it's healthier. This probably looks the most from scratch made. This is the only one that is a cookie mix. So I did have to add butter and egg and a little bit of water. I know, so hard. The oatmeal adds a little texture to it. Inside, it's beautiful. The chips really held their shape. They're nice and big, and they actually look like they're pretty evenly dispersed throughout the cookie. I really like this one. I think the oats really make it stand out, so it does have this really nice, subtle toasted flavor to it. The chocolate too isn't super sweet. I feel like out of the ones I've tried so far, this one tastes the most semi-sweet, a little more on the darker side. Last but not least, we're breaking into Mrs. Fields. I think of the mall when I think of Mrs. Fields, and remember walking through the mall and you get that whiff of the fresh baked cookies that, like a cartoon, you know, like picks you up off your feet. The hand of smoke and smell brings you to her storefront. These look the best. Come on, these are huge. Tons of chocolate. I think it has a really beautiful color. It's nice and dark. It's got all these little nooks and crannies, cracks. Oh yeah. It actually smells exactly like the mall, which I don't know if is weird or good. I'm gonna eat this. That's a really good cookie. It is a little bit drier than when you get them from the actual storefronts from Mrs. Fields. I will say though that the bake time suggestion on the package was completely off. It said to bake them for 10 to 12 minutes at 325. And just reading that, I was like, no. And I had to add at least another 8 to 10 minutes. So I like the chocolate chips in this one. They really held their shape. They're an actual bigger chip. They're still in the semi-sweet family. None of these really had a dark chocolate chip. I think it would help with balancing the sweetness. Moment of truth, I get to choose which one of these store-bought brands is my favorite. And I gotta say the winner is, drumroll, Betty Crocker's oatmeal chocolate chip. I actually love the oats in it. I love the texture. It wasn't overtly sweet. It looks and tastes the most from scratch for store-bought. I see you, Betty. All in all though, these are all pretty decent cookies. I think if you're in a pinch, you don't want to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, any of these would be a really good option. But of course, I'm gonna say if you have the time, make your own cookies from scratch. The biggest thing to remember is that you want to use more brown sugar than white sugar. The molasses in the brown sugar will give you that chewier texture. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna take these cookies, my favorite, and if you don't mind me, I'll see you later.